wall coverings continue to be one of the easiest ways to transform any room in your home. And that's why we're going to do a deep dive into the transformative power of all things wall coverings on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and happy Mother's Day to all of the moms out there watching us this weekend. So today I wanted to peel back the layers of all things beautiful wall coverings to help keep you inspired to put some of this material into your own home. Today we'll look at the latest trends in wall covering design, vinyl prints that will stand the test of time, creating stylish new spaces with specialty paper, and so much more. So we are joined today by Olivier Tienpont, the CEO of Elitis North America. Olivier, welcome to SoFlo Home Project.
Thank you, Alena. We're happy to be on the show.
Yeah, so we are very excited to be here in the Elitis Hollywood showroom in the South Florida Design Park. And today we're really going to dive deep into all things wall coverings. Now, with Elitis, do you want to give a little backstory? Because there's a lot of different stuff within the Elitis brand.
So Elitis is a textile and wall covering brand. We've been around for almost 4 decades. Today we're focusing on wall covering,
yes.
And our wall covering offer is actually very broad. So we'll have vinyl wall coverings, specialty wall coverings.
How do you achieve these gorgeous textures? I mean, it looks like the real materials themselves.
What sets the brand apart is that we develop our own textures. So we have a design team that recreates several textures by hand.
Oh, wow.
We find a piece of, let's say, leather hair on height, and then we translate that texture and we fabricate an emboss roll to recreate these textures as real as possible.
It's actually visual texture, but also actual texture.
Correct.
Which is really cool.
Yes, and we actually split it up in different categories. So over there you can see we've got a few of our animal textures.
These are great.
So we've got the croc, we've got the eel leather interpretation.
So one of the greatest things about vinyl wall coverings is not only are they super durable, but they're so beautiful. As a designer, we're putting them in so many different rooms in the home.
Vinyls are also great for hospitality, especially where they require a volume for guest rooms or corridors. They're at a great price point, they're fire rated, and they're washable.
I always feel like for homeowners that are just kind of getting into wall coverings, perhaps they hadn't used them before, vinyl is always a great entry point. One, because of that durability. You talk about it being in hotels and public spaces and things like that. If it holds up well there, it's going to hold up well in your home.
Correct. So you can see here, for example, we've got a raffia plastered finish.
And that's been such a big trend, I feel like, over the last few years. So it's like,
yes.
What a great wall finish.
Right, and we do a lot of colors. Neutrals always do very well, but you know, we have to create some excitement. So adding some color like blush pinks or forest greens is always great.
Super bold, on trend,
right.
Just a great pop of saturated color.
Right.
So there definitely is so much inspiration from the environment, as you can see in many of these papers here. Biophilic design has been such a big trend. So seeing these colors of beautiful greens and sort of these rich textural papers that really mimic grass cloths and natural materials is a really nice way to bring that into your home, but here on a vinyl.
We also do great natural weave.
Perfect for South Florida too. We love that here.
Exactly, and
yes.
Then one of our latest that was has been very successful is actually a rope texture
so
interpretation.
Cool. It's like a modern coastal.
Right.
Again, good for our market. We love all of these textures.
And I think the only way that you can achieve this kind of result is to really work from originals.
To bring it to here.
And you know, to really have those nuances, because if you work something digital, you usually don't have these imperfections, which you have with the actual natural material.
It's great. So behind us, Olivier, we have like the wings where everything is sort of displayed.
We start with our animal textures, where you have the eel leather interpretations, and then we move on to here the mineral textures. For example, the reinterpretation of beaded patterns,
beautiful,
plaster work, and for example, a travertine stone.
Yes, the travertine is one of my favorites. I feel like that's been a huge trend in design as a whole. So we've got more to see. We are going to jump into some 3D. Talking about depth, we're going to go with a lot of depth to the 3D wall coverings, so stay with us. Coming up, we explore the beauty and benefits of giving your walls a 3D look and feel on SoFlo Home Project.
Hi, I'm Mike Rednauer, Vice President of Sales for USA Windows and Doors. I've been in the construction world for over 30 years. I've seen all the companies come and go, and I can tell you what separates USA Windows and Doors from the competition is that we have our own dedicated service department that after installation, if anything happens, we're there to take care of your needs with no additional cost out of your pocket, no headaches, no questions. We'll come and we'll take care of it for you. Some of the most common issues you see on the service side of the industry are glass breakage, accidental glass breakage. If something were to happen, we'll come out and fix it for free. Also, if your landscaper is cutting your grass or he's weed eating and he throws a rock up and it tears your screen, we'll come out and replace the screen absolutely free. Some of the other common issues that happen after installation. Maybe the locking mechanism isn't smooth. Maybe the rollers underneath the sliding glass door or the horizontal roller don't slide properly. Guess what? Our service department will come out and take care of that at no additional cost to you. So our double lifetime warranty will take care of any issues that you have, whether it's Mother Nature or it's an accidental glass breakage. We'll take care of it for free. At USA Windows and Doors, we stand behind our product and we stand behind our installation. With our double lifetime warranty, you can rest assured you can have a peace of mind that USA Windows and Doors is the company for you. Give us a call today.
Come join our family.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to talk about all things wall coverings here at the Elatis showroom in Hollywood with Olivier Tienpont, the CEO of Elatis North America. So Olivier, we got to see a lot of cool vinyls and other interesting patterns and prints, but I think something really special that Elatis has are these 3D wall coverings.
And this was actually a chance encounter of a manufacturer in Europe that was making undergarments for women. So these padded material that is covered by textiles.
It's interesting, that connection, and I'm glad that you brought that up. So another thing that's really great about these sort of 3D looks in the wall covering is that for sound, acoustical panels are beautiful when they're made to look like this. So if it's a room in your home, perhaps a home theater, a media room, adding this to the wall not only gives beauty, but will help with the sound.
Recently at a trade show in Paris at Déco Off, we had an entire room wrapped with this wall covering, and you could really feel how actually comfortable it was to have a conversation, even though we had a lot of people coming in and out of the showroom.
That's really nice. Again, we have a lot of condos, people who live in condos, you want to help with sound from room to room. This might be a great solution as well.
Correct.
Lots of different patterns, lots of different shapes. What are some of the current and latest?
Right, so we started off with a neoprene-like fabric, and then we evolved into using suede or like a chenille or velveteen micro velvet.
Yes.
Some options that are more matte, some that have more sheen, play with different colorways, and then obviously we have a lot of different patterns. We can go to geometric, floral patterns, or something just a little more simple and straightforward like this fluted pattern.
I love the fluting. Again, we've talked about like big trends we're seeing in design, not only in stone and wood, but now you could clad your walls with this.
In every collection you'll find nice, vibrant, saturated colors also. Several different patterns. Some can be, floral, abstract.
I love the linen look as well.
Right.
Just another different way to kind of get that
Correct.
casual, kind of elegant. This actually looks like you have a larger wall here with this installation.
Correct. These days, mixing and matching, just doing an accent wall can really change the entire space.
Well, this has been great. We've got a little bit more to see, so we are going to keep on checking out all things wall coverings here at Elatis when we come back. Next, learn how to dress up your bare walls with stylish wall coverings on SoFlo Home Project. When it comes to home office spaces, it's not just about function, but it's often an extension of our home decor. So we're here today at Office Depot Office Max, joined by Jose Jimenez, the general manager. Jose, to find out a little bit more about what you have here.
Absolutely. As you can see, we have different vignettes that each vignette shows different styles, like the bookcases, the file cabinets, the desk. We have accessories as well. We can always set you up with printers, and we can do the home office completely. So anything that you might need for your home office, we'd be more happy to go ahead and set you up for that. If we do not have, we can definitely get it ordered and shipped.
So in addition to office furnishings, of course, there's office supplies, there's tech, there's electronics. There's so much here at Office Depot Office Max. But I think one of the other things a lot of people might need are printing and copying services.
Which is great because we do have what they call a copy and print department. We can basically do anything you wish. We have business cards, banners, flyers, anything and anything that your business might need, we can definitely get it done for you and at a very reasonable price.
You might have a special program for business owners.
Yes, we have a program that's called Business Select. It is a one-year program, which is going to be $49, but there is savings throughout the whole store at all times. It is guaranteed that you're going to make your money back, and within 2 days, you'll get $50 back for investment of the $49, what they call Depot dollars. Let's say you want to do business cards, the banners, the flyers. You can utilize those $50 towards that purchase.
Very nice. So there's a lot of savings, different discounts for different types of items?
Absolutely. Well, a good example would be right now, let's say the paper pro. You automatically get it for $34.99 if you're a Business Select member versus $60 if you're not a Business Select member.
Jose, so I want to thank you. This has been wonderful learning more about the incentives, the good discounts, as well as everything that you have here. So what is the best way for homeowners to learn a little bit more about this if they're interested?
My recommendation is to come to the store. We'll make it personal. We'd love to see you. You can find more information on OfficeDepot.com.
Well, it's been wonderful chatting with you. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we're continuing to talk about all things beautiful wall coverings here at the LAT showroom, joined by Olivier Tienpont, the CEO of LAT's North America. So Olivier, we are now at like the part where we could show the real special stuff.
So specialty is a bit of a broad term for anything that goes into the direction of like handmade.
Yes.
But there's so many different materials. We can talk about metallic yarns, bamboo, mother of pearl, 3D wall coverings. So it's a bit of a term that allows us to encompass that entire offer.
That all-encompassing. In addition to the specialty, we also probably would talk about the murals. That's another category that you guys really have a nice variety of colors, patterns, and unique designs.
Right. So I would say panoramics have gotten, or murals have become very, very popular over the last 5, 6, 7 years.
Yes, very cool. Well, I love seeing all the new stuff.
So a great example is our papier-mâché offer. Our design studio has created different designs and patterns out of clay. So they've shaped different maquettes out of clay, and those were shared with our artisan mill, and they've recreated those in a papier-mâché.
That's awesome. See, it's all about those stories. I think when you're going to take the time to select something so different and beautiful for your home, being able to share a little backstory, I think always makes it an elevated design.
Yes, people love a story, and that's what we're trying to bring.
Absolutely.
But then we can go to one of our latest collections that was launched in the spring with gesso on a grass cloth and gold leaf, or a very colorful textured embroidery. And we can have very straightforward items, just like a nice woven raffia or a plaster finished raffia. And
gorgeous.
One of my favorites is these beautiful woods, thin layers of wood marquetry, which can take on different shapes. We'll have this beautiful block pattern, but then we'll have one with the incisions.
And these are, some of these are wood veneer, or?
Yes, so these are all wood veneers.
I love the modern organic element it brings.
Right,
Very nice.
and we'll have some metallic weaves, for example.
Oh yeah, the metallics are really a cool
The
look.
Lurex yarn combined with mother of pearl. Beautiful metallic weaves with mother of pearl strips.
Stunning sheen on that too.
Right. So it's almost a little bit like a jewelry box.
Yes, so much goes into creating this. The textures, the layers, the beautiful different colors.
So many are handmade, so it's a very slow process.
So this has been great, but there's more to see, and we're going to continue touring through all the beautiful wall coverings here at the showroom when we come back. Next, get inspired by timeless wall coverings that you'll never want to take down on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to talk about all things beautiful wall coverings here at the Elatis showroom with Olivier Tienpont, the CEO of Elatis North America. So Olivier, so many different types of wall coverings, colors, patterns, but sometimes there's some classics within a collection that really just have longevity for a long time.
Timeless textures are very important. So we have a few that came out more than a decade ago, and to refresh the offer, we'll relaunch a classic with a new color palette. We'll add a blush pink or a forest green, and depending on what's trending at that time. We have a few examples here on the table. This travertine texture that was launched a long time ago.
And now it's back, right?
Correct, yes. And then, so as you can see here, we added a few colors. Of course, it's travertine, so you can't go too wild. You want to keep it natural. But
I do love the green, though. I mean, it's a great, again, trending color. We're even seeing this in natural stone. This shade of stone has been really, really big, even in a natural product. So to see it on wall coverings, great.
Correct.
I love a classic natural stone look, but now there's some other textures that you've had here that also mimic other materials.
Right, we've got grass cloths interpretations.
Very
over
nice.
Here and over there.
And again, beautiful textures.
Correct. Those are textures in our offer that are timeless. So this is a really fine abaca weave interpretation. But then we also have a grass cloth interpretation. We do quite a few textile textures as well. For example, silks.
Love a good silk look. Again, so elegant and timeless. It really truly is something that just adorns a wall and gives that luxe look.
Yes, and the subtle imperfections with the slubs on the surface are really nice texture. Of course, we have the mosaics.
Beautiful. Looks like a true mosaic, and there is, again, so much texture, but on this one, a lot of sheen, which is what I love about this particular paper.
Right.
Now, you talk about beading and pearls. I think we touched on this a little bit earlier. This is one that's sort of a staple in the collection.
Right.
I remember when I first saw this and how beautiful it really is. When this has the light catching it, you get so much great depth and beauty of this look. It truly looks like real beading.
Correct.
So we've also got some other animal kind of skins. This is sort of definitely, again, something that never goes out of style to me. It's that elegant, classic look.
Correct. So I think this is a great option if you're not going for real leather in the eel leather interpretation, such as this one.
It's beautiful.
It's been around for a while. We did different versions. We've done a multicolored version. We've done one with a washed out color shades. And we've done a croc version over here, a large scale one.
I love these. I'm a big fan of sort of any kind of an animal print. I've used both of these in the past in different colorways, and there's nothing, it's just such a timeless elegance, and something about the color, you really get that leathery look of where you see every nuance and every texture. It looks so real. So one of the best things I think about these kind of timeless and elegant wall coverings is that if you are, just kind of thinking about putting wall coverings for perhaps the first time, or in a space where you want to refresh the furnishings and all of the other things in the room many times over, these are wall coverings that truly have staying power.
Yes, so wall covering can really change the room, whether you do one wall or all of the walls.
Yes.
A nice accent wall can really be sufficient to transform the room, especially if you have a nice color pop or a nice texture.
Absolutely. So one thing to think about when you are looking for wall coverings that have larger patterns, for example, you may see a sample where it's just a piece of it to get the idea, but often they will show the entire look of what it looks like installed on the back, and even, Olivier, looking at it in the wings or installation shots online also help, right?
Correct. So on the boards, you're able to show the full repeat. We also have large wall covering books in which you see the install shots and a large piece, and then of course on the website website. We have all the technical details, the spec
Yes.
sheets, so that you can really get a good sense of how that will look on your wall.
Yes, I think that's so important. I mean, often whenever you're buying any design material, when it's a smaller piece, we need our samples for color matching, accuracy, perhaps just to kind of feel and touch. And then you always want to see the larger pattern and see how that pattern repeats.
Correct. It's a little bit like stone. You can get a small sample, but you can
Absolutely.
see the stone slabs at the stone yard.
That is a great example, because that's exactly perfectly explains how this works too. Olivier, so I want to thank you. This has been such a great deep dive into all things wall covering here at the showroom, and I truly enjoyed learning a little more about Elatis and all of the beautiful trends and wall coverings you have.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
So I hope that you got inspired for perhaps putting some wall coverings in your own home, and we look forward to giving you more design inspiration. So don't forget to tune in next week for another all-new episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram